Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance. We are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Dobbins, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 11 now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. On the return is Hines. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Ravens nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 31, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Rodgers' throw taken in by Ridley here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons push further out in front. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Yeah. Go, fellas. Switch up. 13. You change it.
Here's a give to Dobbins. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Hey. 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike, 28.
On third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 21-0 our score after one. Just a yard to go here on second down. Dobbins trying the left side.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
No, we changed it.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
So after the INT, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers taking a shot for Samuel. They got his man complete.
Right down there.
Touchdown, Falcons. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Dobbins running out of the gun, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And Jackson throwing once more, rolling to his right. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Dobbins. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 26, check 26. Hey, check 24.
Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, Jackson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Play action. Now Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw is caught here by Anderson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here, because they start the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Jackson on first down. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, yo.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
On the return is Hines.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On play action, Rodgers. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! Touchdown, Falcons!
Well, for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, my
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. There we go now as they will again try for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return is Hines. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. It's Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's complete. Right back to Ridley.
7 yards, the pickup there. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
Well, don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule, that number is going to go sky high.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time on the catch and run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Check.
They go play action now. Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down and 3. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This likely a must-have, third and goal.
13.
Jackson now. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So now, once again, the Ravens will go for 2. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that